The shutdown of much of the state's building industry could cost the economy more than $1 billion every week. The construction union warns up to 500,000 people will be affected as work sites, big and small, today fell silent.
Sites locked up, tools put down. The building industry forced to go quiet until July 31.
People were in uproar, mate, over it right across Sydney.
The construction union says it was a hammer blow with no warning.
This affects anywhere. Direct workers, maybe 250, 300,000, their families. We could be talking 500,000 people here.
Justin Shakush is among them. He runs Sydney All Trades, a property maintenance company.
And I had to call the boys and tell them, we're not going to be working for a couple of weeks. A few of them have families, mortgages.
Some estimates put the cost at $1 billion per week, the impact stretching beyond tradies.
Suppliers, especially people who've already got things booked in for deliveries. You got the impact on the cafes, the restaurants, petrol stations, all that kind of stuff.
Despite previously saying larger work sites present a lower risk,
people going to the one work site have very safe COVID safety plans in place.
The Premier has announced a pause on major government jobs too. The rebuild of Sydney Football Stadium, track laying for Parramatta Light Rail, Australia's biggest public transport project, the Metro, and WestConnex, the nation's largest infrastructure job. Collectively, they employ tens of thousands, and until today, no stoppage had been a source of pride.
I don't know anywhere else during COVID, anywhere else on the planet where there's such a huge infrastructure pipeline which is maintained, its consistency, it hasn't been interrupted because of the virus.
New health advice has warned of increasing transmission in workplaces and a need to limit movement across the city. Specifically, pausing construction was a government decision.
That it was the most difficult day in the office when we made that decision. But we have to. And I also want to assure the community that we are working with the construction sector on safe ways to go back to business on July 31. And I want to make that very clear.
If this goes any longer than 2 weeks, Lachlan, our industry is in for a disastrous time ahead.
Not just financially. Any construction worker seeking extra mental health support is urged to reach out to Foundation House. Lachlan Kennedy for 10 News First.